Hello, my gorgeous Sagittarini. Now we are talking, baby. Oh my God. At the beginning of this week, something very, very, very unexpected is going to take place, and it is going to be good. It's important to mention that you're either going to be like kind of doing something spiritual, or you're going to be thinking about spiritual things, or you're going to be doing something which is going to make you feel like, really good, or it's something on a, something to do with like you doing things on a spiritual level. Somehow this is going to be connected to your own spirituality in one way or another. And at around that time, you are gonna discover something. There is something you're going to discover at the beginning of this week. And what are you going to discover? It's going to open your eyes. Please, I really hope this is not too confusing. So at the beginning of this week, you're going to be maybe expressing yourself in a spiritual way, or you're going to be thinking something about your own spirituality, or maybe you're going to be even thinking how you are going to smudge your home or something like that, or maybe you're going to be like kind of playing with the different crystals. It really depends how this is going to happen. But what am I trying to say? That something really powerful through this process is actually going to be triggered within you. Now we are talking, baby, because that in itself is going to play a huge role when it comes to you discovering something. So this is going to happen so unexpectedly. You're going to really discover something so important. What are you going to discover? I know it sounds crazy, but what are you? Because one thing is going to lead into another. You just have to follow your passion and see where is it going to take you. It's about to start a process where something so crazy, it's about to be unlocked within. And what's about to be unlocked within, it's also going to show you the way, show you the path, what you need to follow. This is to do with your deepest desires, but it's also at the same time to do with your destiny, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So the fact that something completely unexpected is going to happen at a time when you are feeling rather spiritual, it's nothing unusual. It's the direct result of this beautiful spiritual chain reaction. So not only you're going to discover something so brilliant, so big, but what are you going to discover? What are you going to realize? It's going to open your eyes, something you want to do so much, something you want to do so badly. And also at the same time, it's going to give you this amazing idea. Well, let me tell you, it's all boiling down towards this amazing idea. This amazing idea is going to transform your life forever. This is how big, this is how important this is going to be. So this is the direction that you actually need to follow when it comes to this idea which you are going to have. This idea, it's not only going to transform your life forever, not only going to transform your life forever for the better, of course, but it's also going to be the beginning of such a beautiful and absolutely unexpected adventure in your life, because that particular idea, it's going to require from you to do things you didn't do before, and to try things you haven't tried before, and maybe to go to the certain places and to the certain areas you didn't go kind of before. So this is why this is, oh my God, going to require from you to kind of be on this level 101, baby, where you're going to persistently need to keep on coming out of your own comfort zone. My God, we become so bloody powerful when we do come out of our comfort zone. Nothing can scare us. Nothing can stop us. We just sail through like a big mamas, like there is no tomorrow. So this is not only going to be the beginning of probably one of the biggest transformations of your life, but at the same time is the beginning of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful adventure as well. But of course, you are going to be contemplating. Yes, of course, it has to be. You're going to be contemplating. You're going to be contemplating, because the reason why you're going to be contemplating, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, the reason why you're going to be contemplating still, you're going to feel so good, you're going to feel so rejuvenated. It doesn't surprise me, because this is the beginning of a really powerful stage in your life. But of course that you are going to be contemplating, of course, because something is going to be keep on coming up. You will realize that basically there is something that you're gonna need to do in order to kind of like take this idea on, because you, when you start contemplating, you will realize, the more you contemplate, the more you're going to realize how important this is going to be for you, how significant this is going to be for you. But you're also going to realize that you need to do something about it so quickly. You need to be really quick, you need to be smart, and you need to be clever. And in order to be smart and clever, you are going to need to make an important decision. This is going to require from you to set the boundaries. I know I've been banging on about setting the boundaries for a while now, but it seems like the last few months have been ever so important when it comes to us setting the boundaries, the understanding the importance of setting the boundaries. When we set the boundaries, we protect our own energy, and that's exactly what you're doing here. So what you're going to realize, that there is the certain step that you're going to need to make in order, when it comes to this contemplation, when it comes to this idea, you will realize that, oh my God, if you take this idea on, there is something that you are kind of going to need to do that you don't really want to do, or you don't feel comfortable doing. I can feel you being a little bit uncomfortable, and I can see you having your heart a little bit broken. Perhaps it's an aspect of your life that did not work, that does not work for you anymore, that does not work for you any longer. And now you just need to kind of understand this and bring something to an end, really, literally. But this is going to require from you to kind of face this. Maybe it doesn't have to be brought to like an end, like in a physical way, that where you don't need to do anything, but maybe it's just about you seeing this particular situation from a different angle. You must not see yourself as a failure whatsoever. My goodness, my God, come on. No, baby, no. But you just need to see something as something like has come to an end, like its natural end, and that particular thing, it's now preventing you from evolving, preventing you from moving on. So it doesn't have to be from you like needed or required to do something like, oh my God, I need to do something, sign something. No, baby, no. It's just maybe, or even you kind of looking at a specific situation from a different angle, and then you just let yourself go. This is what's important here. So and you are going to do this. Thank God you are going to do this, and you will see that you're going to do this. Thank God that you're going to do this, my gorgeous Sagittarini, because I can clearly see that as soon as you do this, and it's still going to kind of happen at around the beginning of this week, this is going to make you feel so creative. There is going to be such a kind of you're going to have such an important moment where you are also going to, as soon as you do this, like not that long after, as soon as you make a certain move, for example, not that long after, there is this like kind of need for you to connect or reconnect with the nature you're going to have. Maybe you're gonna again want to spend some time in the forest. Maybe you will just like kind of want to kind of spend some time looking at the forest, or maybe you will just be in your garden touching the flowers. It really depends. You are gonna feel like you want to do something in nature, and every single time when we feel like this, my gorgeous Sagittarini, it's a very powerful sign that something really important is gonna come. Something really important is gonna come to us, and that in itself means that there is an additional insight which you are gonna have when it comes to like you feeling the need to suddenly go to the nature and spend some time in nature. This is going to be a clear signal that there is an additional insight you're going to have when it comes to all this, and you can only have that insight if you are somewhere around the nature, and I know this again sounds really odd, but we are part of the nature, and the nature is part of us, and there is an incredible energy that flows through us every single time when we are within the nature or by the nature. It clears certain things without us even realizing when it comes to our mind. So that's why we are able to see things more clearly. There is an additional clarity you're going to have when you have this need to kind of spend some time within the nature. So do not ignore this whatsoever. Maybe you're even going to have a need like to suddenly water your plants at home if you have plants, and you just watered your plants like 2 days ago, maybe 2 days ago. Now suddenly, and if you water them like every week, for example, And now suddenly you have this need to water your plants. Maybe maybe it's going to come up in that way. Just water them. Just remember you're reconnected. Maybe they need an additional water. But that in itself, it's also going to be a signal that you are going to have some kind of additional insight, because these babies are real. These babies are part of nature as well. They're growing and growing like big mamas. Soon they're going to swallow me. Soon I'm going to be like that, like instead of me starting a reading, I'm going to, he turned into a plant. Where is he? Where is he? He turned into a plant now. Oh God. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, at around the midweek, gosh, this week is so complex, isn't it? Just at around the midweek, you are gonna face this challenge. There is a challenge that you are going to have at around the midweek, and you will clearly know what exactly do you need to walk away from. Now, this one is about walking away from something. At around the midweek, you will run into this challenge, because you will realize that there is something that you need to walk away from, and now you need to follow your intuition, my gorgeous Sagittarini, when that happens. And it's actually not from something but from someone. Sorry. There is this challenge you're going to have at around the midweek, and you're going to feel like you need to walk away from someone, from the one specific person. Now, I don't want you to get me wrong. This person could be like maybe even somebody who you work with, or maybe somebody who you see regularly, but this person is not making you feel good about yourself anymore. There is somebody who is maybe like bringing you down, or maybe their energy is very low, very dark. Maybe just for the certain amount of time you need to kind of like focus on your things, because you're picking up on the dark energy from this person. This person doesn't have to be necessarily evil or dark or negative, but it's somebody who has got so many problems on their own, and sometimes this energy becomes so overpowering and it starts affecting our lives. I know it's really tough to say this is horrible to say, but I'm saying you're going to realize that you're going to need to walk away from this person. And I'm not saying indefinite, I'm not saying forever, but maybe just for a while, because this person has been affecting your own kind of vision a little bit when it comes to your life. And please, I know it sounds really horrible, but when we are surrounded by the people who are happy, then we are happy. When we are surrounded by the people who are down and constantly depressed, we become kind of down and a little bit depressed as well. But this is to do with somebody really kind of in your life, but this particular person is kind of going through something really dark. So when I say like to walk away from that person, maybe it's not like to walk away, bye, see you later, darling. Maybe not to walk away like that, but it's just that something has been draining your energy when you were like thinking too much about somebody else's problem and apart from your own. Okay, so maybe you have been focusing on somebody else's problem a little bit too much apart from your own, somebody with lots of problems. So please don't get me wrong, I'm not being like a bitch here or something like, oh yeah, just leave somebody with the problems behind, bye, you've got problems, see you later, you're not good for me. No, no, baby, no. I think it's more like you need to walk away from this, not to leave this person behind. Sorry, not to walk away from this person, but I mean it don't get me wrong. So not to walk away from this person, because it's not a bad person, it's not a horrible person, not to go forever, but just to kind of ignore this person's problems for a little while so you can focus on yourself. And I know this is tough, but if you don't focus on yourself, and if you don't focus on yourself, and if you don't help yourself, for example, you're not going to be able to focus on other people and help them, bless your heart, if they need your help. Right now your own life needs you, and that's why I just need you to kind of try to establish who this is. And I'm not saying to leave this person behind, but just to kind of maybe establish this, and for a while just really focus on your problems, and then you'll get back to this person, in a little while, and talk about what has been bothering them. But the good news is that whatever has been bothering this particular person is going to come to an end within the next 8 weeks anyway. So this is what you need to understand. That's the challenge that you're actually going to have, because it's to do with somebody in your life. And it's just like, maybe even if you kind of talk to them, don't just kind of talk to them for too long. Do you know what I mean? Because then you become part of that problem, and then that energy really kind of becomes the part of you, and that makes things much heavier for you and much clouded. Very clouded in terms of the actual clarity, and this is what you need to do, and you are going to do this because I can clearly see that you are going to be following your intuition. This is going to be so important because at the same time, as I said, you will be able to focus on what you want to focus on. And at that moment in time, my gorgeous Sagittarini, do you know what? It's like something unexpected is going to happen, something like a little bit negative, it's going to happen, a little bit negative change in your life. But then again, first of all, you're going to be a little bit shocked, but then at the same time, you're going to be really, really happy because that particular negative change in your life, it's going to have a completely different effect on you, completely different impact on you, because it's happening at around this magical time. And be grateful to God that this negative change is actually going to happen, because it's going to make you feel even more keen, even more eager, even more adamant to change your life, because you're going to find yourself at such a little crossroads you did not expect whatsoever. It's going to be like it's either all or nothing type of thing, but you are going to see all this with a big smile and excitement rather than the sadness which would right bring you down. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, what else I was going to say, that by the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Sagittarini, by the time you get to the last part of this week, you are going to be really, you need to understand that you will want to start some kind of a new project so badly. Oh my God, you will want to start some kind of a new project so badly. There is no doubt about it whatsoever. But of course, you're going to run into some kind of difficulty, into some kind of a problem, because you will want to start some kind of a project, and then you're going to start to plan, and then you're going to run into some kind of a problem. Listen to me very carefully. You need to start this project. You need to start this project. Listen to me very carefully. You're going to need to start this project. Yes, you're going to run into a problem. Okay, I get it. But you need to understand that, this in itself, it's going to be extremely, extremely successful for you. It's going to be extremely important for you. This is exactly what you need to do. So when you find yourself thinking about this important project, which is so important to you, I really hope it's not going to put you off the fact that you're going to run into a little issue when it comes to you planning your next step. For example, just keep going, because after that, it's going to be a bit of a hermit mode where you're going to be thinking about things deeply, and then you're going to realize things you didn't realize before. That's what I need you to wait for. That's what I need you to understand. But for now, just take this project very, very, very seriously, and do not put it aside whatsoever. And also, my gorgeous Sagittarini, at around the end of this week, there is this person here. There is this gorgeous person. Hello. No, I'm joking. There is this gorgeous person here, my gorgeous Sagittarini, at around the end of this week, you're going to be looking at. You know what? This gorgeous person you're going to be looking at, someone is going to get your attention. And I'm not talking about, oh yeah, I fancy this person so much. I fancy this person so much. A gorgeous person, somebody really gorgeous inside, but I suppose somebody really gorgeous on the outside as well. But it's a lot coming from the inside when it comes to this person. And this person, it's going to get your attention. And this person is somehow going to remind you of your past, like from a long, long, long time ago. Somehow this person is going to remind you of your past. And this, or it's going to remind you of somebody in your past. That person is going to remind you of this one specific person in your past from a long time ago. And you're going to find it so odd. You're going to find it so strange. You're going to find this so dodgy. Like, you're going to find this so strange. I don't know. You're just going to find it really strange. No one ever reminded you of that person before. But this is your sign. This is your clear sign. This is your clear indication. The moment in time somebody reminds you of the certain person in your past from a long time ago, this is your sign that you are, number one, protected. Number two, you have the power. Number three, this is the beginning of a beautiful change in your life, an amazing change in your life. Number four, you must trust yourself at this stage of your life more than ever. Okay, this is what you need to remember. So now, my gorgeous Sagittarini, sorry, I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards. My goodness. See, I can't lose my voice already. I can't lose my voice. 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 Seriously, I can't lose my voice, my gorgeous Sagittarini. So now I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards. And I'm going to shuffle these tarot cards. Oh, you see, you're going to be worrying about money. You're going to be worrying about your financial situation a little bit. But this worry, it's actually going to be so important. I know it sounds stupid, but you are going to be worried about your financial situation, but what you're going to be worrying about, it's like really going to direct you towards the path which is going to take you out your financial problems. By the end of this week, something really beautiful is going to happen, and you will have your confirmation, my gorgeous Sagittarini, that some kind of financial trouble is slowly but surely gonna start coming to an end. And maybe you are a millionaire, maybe you're a multi-millionaire, but there could still be something that has been kind of draining you and something that was worrying you. This is to do with your financial situation change. Maybe within the last few months something happened and you got started to get worried a little bit, and now this is kind of, by the end of this week, you're going to have a really powerful and important news, and this news is going to surprise you, but it's going to surprise you in a good way, because it's to do with something that you've been expecting. It's to do with something, something that you've been working on, because most certainly this is to do with the results from your hard work. So whatever is going to happen, you need to understand it's something that you have been working for and something that you have been working towards, but it's also to do with a project or something that has been slowed down, or there haven't been like enough coming out of it. So it's going to be a really positive information, positive news when it comes to your finances and financial situation. And this is brilliant because you will be able to kind of start, focusing on other things, my gorgeous Sagittarini, as well. Okay, my gorgeous Sagittarini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. This, my gorgeous people, is a very, very, very powerful and a very, very important pendant, because it is going to detoxify any negativity and any toxicity out of your life. This pendant is also ridiculously powerful because it's so important when it comes to our metabolism as well. To have a healthy metabolism, it's really significant when it comes to our health in general. This peridot is ridiculously powerful because when you wear it, you attract the right people and the right situations into your life. Why? Because what's the best about you, it's highlighted while you're wearing this. So whether you want to attract certain people when it comes to love and when it comes to romance into your life, or whether you're trying to make, whether you're trying to attract like maybe certain people when it comes to business, when it comes to your career, it's also absolutely brilliant for that as well. It does tend to bring you a really, really good luck when you are doing something financial, when you're focusing on your finances, when you're making like a really important financial decisions, or when you're making important decisions in general, because peridot helps you, like really prevents you from like a really over analyzing, and when we are over analyzing something, then over analyzing can be really, really dangerous, because us over analyzing something we should never be analyzing in the first place only comes from us maybe not feeling confident enough. So this in itself prevents you from over analyzing something you shouldn't analyze, because it does make you feel extremely, extremely confident. Listen to me very carefully. Peridot brings the best out in you because it makes you feel really, really confident in general. This is what you need to remember, my gorgeous people. It is ever so important. It is the crystal of expansion, and it is the crystal of a new beginnings. Oh my God, ever so significant for those people who have been stuck for a while. For those people who did not have any changes, in their lives, for those people who are unhappy with their lives, and sometimes subconsciously we are affected by the certain things we are not even realizing that are preventing us to move forward. So Peridot has got a power to unlock the best within us, and this element of ourselves is like more powerful than we can possibly imagine, but it's very sensitive. So if there is an ounce of like, oh my God, negativity or fear when we have towards something, that's kind of amplified, and without us even realizing, that energy is preventing us from moving forward. So Peridot has got a power to keep this energy away, so we can like really do things we want to do. So this is why, it's so important for those people who have been stuck, or those people who felt stuck for a while. Just remember, it attracts the right people, and it attracts the right situations in your life as well. This crystal is ridiculously, ridiculously powerful. Okay, just remember that by wearing peridot, it does not only bring a good luck into your life when it comes to so many things. This crystal brings you a good luck. Okay, this crystal has been used for many, many, many years just for that particular reason. Okay, and when it comes to peridot, I'm so excited because I love peridot. It's one of my favorite crystals indeed, because I know when I wear peridot, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I can do what I don't normally feel like I can do. You know what I mean? It gives me the strength. It gives me this energy that I don't normally have. It sounds crazy, I know, but this is what this powerful pendant can actually do. So when it comes to moving on with our lives, this is something we should all have literally. It does bring you like, oh my God, kind of the whole new sense of what you should be doing, because you are reminded of things that maybe you are neglecting just because you did not have a confidence to kind of take on. So this immediately, like kind of like really, as soon as you wear this, you do kind of are reminded of things, certain things in your life in such a way where you kind of start getting really positive ideas. That's the way you're reminded of things that you should be working on, because now suddenly something that you were afraid to start, now suddenly you have these amazing ideas, like incredible ideas, and that's how you are pointed towards the right directions through your own passion, through your own optimism. This in itself, my gorgeous people, is indeed your guiding light. And that's why I absolutely love peridot. And also, why am I so excited? I've been waiting for this for years. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, my gorgeous people. Not that it's like impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible to find peridot out there. But when I'm looking for crystals, I'm looking for the very specific crystals. They need to be of a high quality. So this one is a high quality peridot. I'm not even joking. I've been waiting for this for years, and I only have a limited amount of this. I only have a limited amount of this in stock, my gorgeous people. So I really suggest you to buy this while you can. I'm not saying you can't get a peridot out there, but it is not going to be as a wonderful and such a quality, high quality as this one. Okay, very powerful and natural, a peridot. Okay, so this is why, because I've been waiting for this for years, absolute years, and I have only few of these in stock. And once they're gone, I believe that's it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more. And I only have like a few in stock, like literally. And this is honestly, one of the most powerful pendants, and it's so striking. It's so striking. Look at it. Just to have this around your neck. So beautiful, so striking, so natural. So this, my gorgeous people, is something I highly, highly recommend you. This gorgeous peridot comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in the description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments, or you just go on Google and just type in, sorry, Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. You can click on it and you will see the first two products, right on top of the store are gonna be the ones that I'm advertising right now. So this is something I highly suggest you to get. Another thing I recommend you, my gorgeous people, it's the second crystal. Okay, it's called Chevron amethyst. Okay, so you all know amethyst. So this is a special type of amethyst, and of course it's natural. And this amethyst is like so powerful, like probably the most powerful. There are few crystals which are ridiculously powerful when it comes to our third psychic eye. And I did mention some of them, like for example, tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye. There are crystals which are brilliant when it comes to our third psychic eye indeed. Even lapis lazuli is quite good when it comes to our third psychic eye, very powerful. But I would probably say the Chevron amethyst, this is a Chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. I would probably say, my honest opinion is that this in itself is probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to our third psychic eye. Our third psychic eye is who we are. Our third psychic eye, it's like who we are on the spiritual level. Our third psychic eye reconnects us with ourselves because we tap into something absolutely mind-blowing. We unlock a ridiculously powerful aspect of ourselves when we wear this, because it is ridiculously powerful when it comes to unlocking the power of a third psychic eye, which means that we just start to see life in a completely different way. Why? Because we become very brave, we become very confident, we become very powerful. I mean, look at this combination, out of this world. Very kind of, when you become brave, when you feel brave, when you feel powerful, when you feel confident, at the same time, when the power of your third psychic eye has been unlocked, you need to be prepared to enter the whole new stage of your life, to enter the whole new world, because this is one of the most powerful crystals in terms of the actual guidance. You see what I mean? It just unlocks the power of your third psychic eye, and that in itself means that you enlighten yourself. While you're wearing this, you're enlightening yourself at the same time. Pay attention to how you're gonna think while you're wearing this. Pay attention to how you're gonna feel, how you're gonna respond to the certain people and to the certain situations in your life completely differently. There is so much about yourself that you find out along the way, because it starts this unlocking process. The certain things unlock within you. You even start to kind of see the connection in between the all things in general, and that in itself, it's also big. That in itself, it's also important, you know. And also at the same time, my gorgeous people, when it comes to Chevron amethyst, you know, it's brilliant because it calms you down. It makes you feel peaceful at a time where, oh my God, the bombs are falling, God forbid, and no, I'm joking, but it makes you feel really good. It makes you feel really peaceful. It makes you feel really calm. So if you are going through something like that makes you feel really anxious, that makes you feel really bad, that makes you feel really stressed, you know, as soon as you wear Chevron amethyst, it really brings you down. It really brings you down. It is like so, so, so powerful, you know, like, oh my goodness. And also, if you are, you know, persistently stressed, persistently negative, persistently down, persistently sad, if you're going through very kind of strange stages in your life, if you're going through really difficult things, you know, this really helps you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, because at the same time you become really spiritual, and those things that have been kind of scaring you, they do not scare you anymore. You just start seeing them as like a really important challenges rather than anything else. So it's all a kind of how you see things and how you respond to things, you know, in this life. And you know, and if you are having like a sleeping problems or a sleeping difficulty, so you cannot relax whatsoever, Chevron, little French man came out of me. French spirit, hello, my darling, where are you? Where are you? Now, it's like Chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. It's also fantastic if you have a problems to relax, if you have a problems with sleeping and things like that. So this is why I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous people, okay? And this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in this description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments section, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin like a shop, and my page is gonna come up that way as well. This is something I highly recommend you indeed. Okay.